Welcome back to another day, another adventure. I'm Dev, these are my adventures, and I'm a flight attendant for a major US domestic carrier. Today, I was supposed to go to Milwaukee, and as you can see, I'm not in Milwaukee. Story time. Don't let crew scheduling play you. I don't even care, I'm eating it. This is the second time I've burned bagel. We are back from eating our burned bagel. I was supposed to go to Milwaukee today, right? Got up, got my nails done, came home, ate some lunch, changed into my uniform, went to work, and I made sure that before I left for work that I checked my phone to make sure my flight was still on time. I saw that my flight had been delayed by 20 minutes. So I was like, oh, that's no big deal. I go to the airport, I park, I get on the employee bus, I look again. My flight is delayed 3 hours and 15 minutes. Get to the crew room, right? Everyone's flights are delayed. So I go find my BFF, Raph, who's my favorite gate agent. Give me a cookie, insert Raph.
My favorite part of the day is even though that I'm delayed, Raffy's here and he gave me a cookie.
Yeah, Raph. That's him, he's the best. And then I get a call and literally like crew scheduling is calling me as I'm staying there talking to him. And I was like, oh, crew scheduling. I answer my phone, I walk away because there's a ton of people there asking questions. Like everyone was stressed out about everything being delayed, right? And I answer the phone, I'm like, hey, this is Devin. And she's like, oh, this is so-and-so from crew scheduling, just calling to notify you about your turn. We're taking you off of it. And I'm like, why are you taking me off of it? She was like, oh, well, I called you earlier and I put you on this turn. And I was like, what are you talking about? This is my day off. And she's like, no, you're on reserve. I'm like, no, ma'am, I am not on reserve. This is my day off. I picked up this turn and I'm off tomorrow. She's looking at the schedules and she's like, oh my gosh, I'm so sorry. I called the wrong Devin, but I needed to call you anyways. I talked to another Devin this morning and I put them on a turn and they're not legal for it now, so I have to take them off of the turn. But your turn, you are also not legal to work. And I'm like, I was legal to work it, so are you telling me that I came to the airport for absolutely no reason? She's like, no, it's going into your 7th day of rest. I'm taking you off of it and we're sending someone else. That's all she had to say about that. So I'm like, well, are you gonna pay protect me? And pay protection means that if something like this happens where you get a delay not under your control and it goes into your 7th day and you're not legal to work it, or if like a flight gets canceled or something, you are pay protected for those flight hours to make sure that you still get the money and that you didn't waste your time. And she was like, oh, yeah, I will pay protect you. And I'm like, okay, cool, thanks, because I didn't just race all the way here to beat the 5 o'clock traffic, come to the crew room for no reason to sit here to be told that I'm not getting paid because I picked up this turn on my day off so I can make some money. Like, yeah, we'll pay protect you. I was like, cool, thanks. I texted Casey, I got pay protected for 5.5 hours, which is a-okay with me. It's Friday night, October 11th.
We eat chicken nuggets.
And Casey's making chicken nuggets for dinner, and I'm gonna cut up some potatoes and we'll put them in the air fryer. Casey just got done filming his video, so if you guys like some cool jams and fun guitar and pedal board stuff, you can follow him at the Casey JT here on YouTube, and he's really good. So if you guys need a guitarist for hire, you should definitely follow him, get in contact with him, and hire him. All right, let's see what Casey's doing. So he's using Publix flour with Italian style crumbs and an egg. Two eggs.
How many things are there?
And a ton of chicken nuggets. Happy Saturday, October 12th. We are back in the kitchen, and Casey and I got up this morning and we went to the Winter Park Farmers Market and we got some things, not a whole lot. We got 2 things. fresh green peppers to use for those. And for a snack to go with it, Midnight Moon aged goat cheese. This is what it looks like. It's made in Holland, so that's probably why it was so expensive. Good for a 5-day block. So I'm going to make 4 easy meals in these containers that are used for sandwiches, but I use them for whatever I need. I'm going to make rice, beans, corn, and beef. The rice that I'm going to be using is organic brown rice. You can pick all this stuff up at Publix. Going to be the black beans I'm using, some Publix corn, a ½ pound of beef that we portioned out for me for 4 days. First, I'm gonna go ahead and do the rice because this takes the longest. Not everyone has one of these, but this is just a Living Solutions rice cooker. It's really easy. You literally just put the water and the rice inside of it and it cooks it for you. You don't have to really check it or anything. So I'm going to do 1 cup of rice, and this 1 cup of rice calls for 2½ cups of water, and I have to get my other half. And then all I do is I put the lid on it and I press cook. There's only a cook button and there's only a warm button, so you just press cook and it does everything for you. So I cook my black beans and my corn at the same time in just a huge saucepan. These are officially drained out, so I'm just gonna go ahead and dump them in here. Let's turn the oven on medium. All right, so 2 out of the 3 things that we have to make are done. Lastly, we are going to make our beef, and I don't put anything in my beef. I'm just gonna leave it as is. And this is the meat from Publix that is the 90% lean, 90-10, 10% fat, and I think it's like $8.
You won't let me get the 80/20.
Casey wants the 80-20 because he says the fat tastes better, but I'm trying to do what's best for me, which is 90-10. And honestly, this is all I do to make this meal. It's pretty simple, pretty self-explanatory. Yes, I have a ring light over there. Ignore it, please. But let me give you an overall of what everything looks like. And I love doing this because I really hate eating out on my layovers unless it's somewhere new that I like to go to. But for the most part, I've been staying in my room, which is boring, but I haven't gone anywhere cool. I just make this and this lasts me 4 days, and I always get so excited to heat this up right after I get off the plane. Because everyone's scrambling for food, or they eat like cereal or a granola bar or something for dinner because sometimes nothing is open. But not me. I have delicious food waiting for me in my lunchbox. While I'm cooking and Casey's doing laundry, I'm gonna light my fall candle. It says, "Hey Pumpkin." It's from Chesapeake Bay Candle Company. I got it on Amazon for like 10 bucks. I'm supposed to be getting a Sephora package today, and I will show you guys how to get my Sephora package. Let's show you how much I put of everything in each container. So I have the corn and black beans here, and I literally just do a spoonful of each into each container. So at least they all have 1 spoonful. Next is my beef. It is just regular beef, 1/2 pound. So I go ahead and I take about a full spatula full and I just dump it into each container. So these are what these look like so far. And then the last thing I have to wait on is the rice. Something that I just realized as I'm meal prepping for a 5-day block of reserve is that exactly 1 year ago, I got hired on with my company, and here's a cute little photo of me in front of the sign. This was the 3 of us I saw Crystal had posted her photo from last year that I took of her, saying that she had made it, and she posted a year today was my face-to-face. Today I'm flying high in the skies and enjoying every minute of it. Well, I've been at home all week. They took away my trip last week, and then I was on a 5-day block and they didn't use me, and I bid for a trip and they didn't give it to me. And then I tried to go to Milwaukee yesterday and I couldn't because it was delayed. I'm trying to fly, but obviously they don't want me to fly. Let's go. And like, this is literally the easiest recipe ever. And then all I do is I pack it in my lunchbox and I take my sriracha bottle with me, which I got on Amazon. And if you haven't seen my flight attendant must-haves video, go watch it because there's a bunch of cool stuff in there. I literally use the ice packs. I use the Hot Logic for this meal. If there's no microwave, I use the sriracha, I use my silverware. There's literally like a ton of stuff in that video that I used for meals like this when I'm traveling. What? Your tummy hurts?
Is it recording?
It is recording. My rice is done. I'm going to unplug it because I'm just going to throw it into these, but Casey's going to taste test it.
Oh, this is better than the other one. How long do you put this in for? Just one time?
Yeah, you just hit start and it cooks it for you. Better?
Way better than the other one.
Yeah? Okay. So organic brown rice is the way to go. And I'm literally gonna do the same thing with this that I did for the first two. So let's see. Alright, now we're just going to put the lids on them and we are going to freeze them. Alright, now I'm just going to make some mini breakfast burritos. I cut up cherry tomatoes, have some brown eggs, corn tortillas just that we need to eat up. I'm gonna go ahead and throw the eggs in the skillet, mix the eggs and the tomatoes and the cheese together, throw them in here and freeze them. This might look silly, but I'm just going to roll this up and roll the foil over top of it and close those two sides, and then you have a little breakfast burrito. Now that those are done, I'm gonna take those and put them in the freezer. I have 4 of them that I could throw on a paper towel or something, toss them in the microwave, and they're good to go. Hello everyone, it is much later this evening. Casey is over here making dinner and he's cutting up our goat cheese that we bought at the farmer's market today. Look how yummy it looks. We have peppers in the oven. They have, it looks like
25 minutes.
25? We got some cheese in there.
No, there's no cheese in there.
There's no cheese in there? Then why is this?
You put the cheese in next.
You put the cheese in next.
Yep.
Oh.
Probably 10 minutes, but it's probably got 15 minutes left.
But this is how our Saturday evenings normally go. Huh?
When you're here.
When I'm here. I'm gonna be eating these. With our cheese. Is one of them for the crackers?
Can be.
Go ahead.
I'll go with that.
I've just been watching YouTube and Casey got up and he got the ring light, propped it up on the chair to literally
On the chair.
to take a photo of dinner.
I'm gonna talk like you over here.
I wish we could do this. Oh my gosh, the kitchen looks so good like this. Like with the light. I mean, this is how it's supposed to be. 23 minutes. What's your favorite thing you've cooked so far?
That I cooked so far?
Yes.
Instead of this,
Mm-hmm.
maybe the chicken parmesan sliders that you didn't care for.
Sorry. They're good. They're okay. Do you want some help?
I'm trying to find the shadow. Best part for the shadow.
Well, it'd probably be best if you put your phone through the ring light.
Move it forward. Move it back a little bit. Towards you. Up.
Silly. Wow. Well, ladies and gentlemen, this is what it's come to. How silly is that? This one over here. And this is dinner tonight. This looks so good.